And the reason this has shocked everybody is because number one, nobody saw this coming, and number two, it didn't even seem like this was going to be possible only a couple of weeks ago, but now it's reality. Man, oh man, this is currently one of the most fascinating situations going on, and especially on our channel, because we talked about these guys so much. Malik Willis and Will Levis. I'm not going to give you guys a backstory on these two young men because, like I've said, we've talked about them a lot. I told you guys since last year, whenever the Titans drafted Malik Willis, he'd never be a starting quarterback. Told you guys he wasn't cut out, and well, here we are years later. I was right. Ironically and coincidentally enough, same thing with Will Levis. You guys already know that, and if you didn't, well, now you do. And I will say this, I do believe in Will Levis slightly a little bit more than Malik Willis. I personally believe that one day Will Levis could be a starter. He could be a bridge quarterback. But for Malik Willis, no, not a shot in the dark. But, and I got a big but, just like Lee Corso says, not so fast, my friend. We have recently got a new, and what I'm going to label as a surprising update on both of these young men, and I was shocked. Why am I shocked about this? Because only a few weeks ago, it was stated that the Titans were thinking about cutting Malik Willis. And now, with this new update, it's being stated that Malik Willis is outperforming Will Levis. Yes, that's right, you heard me correctly. Malik Willis has been outperforming Will Levis. That is, at least according to the report. Some other people have some different things to say, and we'll touch on that in just a second. I am a little late to this news, but as you can see right here from this article, and this is coming from a Titan source, on Wednesday, the most recent Wednesday, practice reports were littered with news about Will Levis having a up and down day, which will get the bulk of the attention. However, there was also plenty of praise for second-year quarterback Malik Willis. Man, what do y'all think about that? And that is just the beginning to this saga. There's way more to it than that, and we're going to talk all about it. Also, in today's beautiful Sunday video, we got a minor topic to speak on, and that is Bijan Robinson and what he has recently said in an interview. And I'll leave it at this. It's some very bold words, to say the least. I hope you guys are excited to get into this video as I am. All right, Matt, blah, blah, blah. Shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. First thing is first, come on now, I gotta say it. Happy Father's Day. And me saying Happy Father's Day, that goes out to every single father out there. But more importantly, I want to give some recognition to all the single dads, to all the young kids out there that grew up without a dad, and to the people out there where your dad has recently passed away. I do want to give this topic some attention and recognition because most of the people that watch this channel and are a part of our community are males. And the bottom line is, and women will never understand this, life as a man, it's hard. It's super hard, man, it really is. Guys don't have women hitting them up 24/7. A girl will never go longer than 2 or 3 days without a girl hitting them up. As a man, we are expected to have our own place, our own car, our own money, our own etc. And for a woman, it's not the same thing. And a lot of women out here, they do that stuff and they're high achievers and they work hard, but that's not my point. My point is, for men, that's expected. That's the bare minimum. And the worst part about all of it is, we don't get shown the love that we deserve. We are held to the highest of high standards, but yet we get shown the lowest amount of love. And I'll end it off with this because I know a lot of you don't care. You're just here for the football stuff and that's cool. But most men out here, they're lonely. And it will never get talked about because men have too high of an ego and pride to even admit that stuff. So to all my fathers out there, all my single dads, just men in general, if nobody tells you this, I want to be the person that tells you this. I'm proud of you and keep working hard and keep striving for greatness. That's all I'm going to tell you because that's what I tell myself. Just keep working hard and the results will pay off. Moving along here though and talking about our first football topic, what's going on with Bijan Robinson? You know the backstory on Bijan Robinson, one of the best running backs in the country, and he was a top draft pick. And I think he's going to have a good year for the Falcons, but check this out. In a recent interview, he stated that winning Offensive Player of the Year, not Rookie of the Year, but Offensive Player of the Year is definitely reachable. What do y'all think about that? And also, according to the reports, the Falcons plan to use Robinson as a quote-unquote all-around weapon. He's going to be taking reps as a wide receiver and running back. And as to where it stands today, he is the early favorite to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. But the main reason I'm bringing this up is because he said it's definitely reachable to win the Offensive Player of the Year. Here's my question to you guys. What do y'all think about that? Do you even think it's possible? Because I don't. It's already hard enough to win that award as a running back alone, but then, more times than not, they give that award to a guy who's on a winning football team and a really good team. I just don't see it happening, but I do want to share it with you guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. But now finally, moving along to the main topic of the main encore, the main reason you clicked onto this video. What in the crap is going on with Malik Willis and Will Levis? Well, check this out. We're just going to jump straight into things. I don't have time to waste. The Titans quarterback coach, Charles Linden, said that he was quote-unquote pleased with what Levis has showed. However, as you can see right here, Levis and Malik Willis are still battling for the quarterback 2 spot, with Willis reportedly outperforming Levis so far. Okay, that's interesting, but here's what I really want to show you from this article. As you can see right here, and it's the word I use to describe the situation, Malik Willis has been the biggest surprise of the Tennessee Titans OTAs. As you can see right here, make no mistake about it, this staff was ready to move on from Malik Willis. Where and how they drafted Levis tells you they like the rookie, but they don't love him. While this was always going to be Ryan Tannehill's team in 2023, the idea was that an improved coaching staff would be able to do a better job of developing Levis than they had done with Willis. Okay, but take a look at this. Over the last month, Willis has gone from a potential cut candidate to someone who could be the primary backup for Tennessee Titans this year. Wow, that's just unreal to think of, because remember, we talked about this, I think it was a month or about a month and a half ago, they planned on cutting Willis. So you don't gotta be a rocket scientist to figure out that Malik Willis has improved mightily to get to this point. The other day in an interview, Malik Willis was asked about how poorly he played last season, and here's what he had to say. A lot of people took it bad, but what can you do in 3 games? It's sporadic during the season. In your rookie season, you were trying to learn. Everybody says you're a project this, project that, but I mean understanding, coming in every day to get better at what I can do and trying to get more comfortable at what we are trying to do here. And he also stated, it's a results-based business. It doesn't matter what I think, it doesn't matter what you think, it just is. I'm just focusing on what I can control. On the other side of things, I've also looked at probably about 4 to 5 other articles on Will Levis and how he's done, and to make a long story short, he hasn't improved a little bit, but nothing too crazy. For example, I'll read you off this one last quote because it tells a summary of everything up until this point. Quarterback Will Levis had some bad luck, but he also made some mistakes that resulted in balls being intercepted. Levis saw 2 of his passes go through the hands of receivers Reggie Robertson Jr. and Mack. The pass was high, but later a deflected pass was intercepted along with another that was also batted at the line of scrimmage. That right there pretty much tells you everything, and to sum everything up, Malik Willis has looked better than Will Levis. And the reason this has shocked everybody is because number 1, nobody saw this coming, and number 2, it didn't even seem like this was going to be possible only a couple of weeks ago, but now it's reality. There is a serious battle for that quarterback 2 spot between Will Levis and Malik Willis. And the funny thing about this is, if Malik Willis wins it, well, we know they're not going to cut Will Levis. They drafted him high. But if Will Levis wins the starting job, then we could see him cut Malik Willis. Who knows what's going to happen, but I did find it really intriguing. And by the way, if you haven't picked up on this, and I know I haven't made it clear, they're not fighting for the QB1 spot. It's just the backup spot. The quarterback 1 spot, it will be Ryan Tannehill unless something crazy happens. Do I agree with that? Not really, but he's the best you get to work with right now. We all know, oh, Ryan Tannehill ain't that good, but better than what they got. In this life, you got to play with the cards you got in your hand. Let me know in the comment section. I'm pretty curious. Who would you rather go with, Malik Willis or Will Levis? Before we end out this video, check out these 2 comments because I think it's a great perspective and I kind of agree with them. And this is referring to Malik Willis, by the way, on his improvements in the offseason. It's almost as though when everybody said he would need a year or 2 to be ready, they weren't lying. Remember last year, they was like, oh yeah, Malik Willis, it's going to take him a couple years to be ready, and what'd they do? They threw him in the games. And I get he was the quote-unquote best available at the time, but he wasn't ready. And that is on the Titans coaching staff. You can't put a guy, a rookie quarterback who didn't even play Power 5 football, who's not ready for the NFL, into an NFL game, and they did that. That is a disaster waiting to happen. And that's exactly what happened last year. It was so bad last year. Malik Willis looked so bad, it looked like he never played football a day in his life. And another comment right here piggybacking off of that. That's because the Titans have no clue what they're doing at quarterback. Willis was never ready to start year 1. He wasn't, and as much as I've knocked on and criticized on Malik Willis, yeah, maybe in 3 or 4 years, he could be a decent backup quarterback. But heck, I think any average fan out there knew he wasn't ready to play last year. And now, unfortunately for Malik Willis, everybody has this bad perception on him that he's terrible at football and he's a terrible quarterback. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Do I think he can be a decent backup quarterback in the NFL? Yes, I do. Will he be a starter? No, not a day in his life. He's not good enough to be a starter. He's good enough to be a backup. That's it. But the question of this video is, will he beat out Will Levis for that QB2 spot? I'm very curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. But